This week on Tips and Tricks, 5 tips for the puzzler RiME.
We'll show you how to take and share great screenshots and videos.
And we'll get some great info on mixer teams from the streamer MK the Worst.
All this and more on this week's episode of Tips and Tricks.
I did it at the same time.
Yeah.
I'm Carlos Rodela.
And I'm Malik Prince.
And this is the show that helps you get the most out of your Xbox and Mixer experience.
Yeah, and we've got a new poll for you this week in chat. The question is, what games are you most excited to hear about at E3?
E3 is coming up. Oh my
days.
goodness. It's already time for E3. And here's a way you can be involved. Which one is it going to be?
Here are the choices. We have State of Decay 2, Battlefront 2, Crackdown 3, the first ever Sea of Thieves, so no.
Sea of Thieves
no number.
1.
And then Destiny 2.
That's a lot of 2s in that list.
A lot of 2s.
What is your pick, Malik?
My pick is definitely State of Decay 2. I love the original game. It's like, you have permadeath, and it's like this overwhelming sense of terror and fear with the zombies.
It's realistic. It's strategy with zombies. I love it.
I love it, yeah. And I'm just excited to be at E3 in general. I love the excitement going down to LA. We're going to be there.
We're going to be there. If you
Tips
see us,
and Tricks are going to
say
be
hi
there.
to Tips and Tricks.
Yeah,
well,
and ask for a picture
Carlson
because it makes me feel really good when people ask for my picture.
don't.
It's never happened before, but I imagine it would.
My pick is Crackdown 3 because I cannot wait for that game.
Yeah, it looks
Oh my
amazing.
goodness.
It's
all the indestructible environments.
Yeah, I can't wait. Oh man, so many great games are going to be there, and I'm just excited to be a part. As a gamer, as an Xbox gamer, this is a great time. And of course,
we have an answer to the poll.
Oh,
Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves. People are real excited about that game.
Yeah, I can't wait to be a pirate.
Arg, me timbers. That's not what anybody says.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's switch over to a game that is available right now, RiME.
Yeah.
Malik, both of us got to play it.
Yeah.
But you got to do the 5 tips this time.
I did. Let's check it out.
Let's check that out.
These are 5 tips for RiME. RiME is a single-player adventure puzzle game set in a mysterious island world. You start the game unconscious on the beach, apparently after a shipwreck. The beautifully rendered world is full of wildlife and mystical ruins. You find that you can interact with objects through the power of your voice. You then use this power to explore the island and progress through the world to connect the missing bits of Enu's story. RiME is a game best experienced for yourself, so we'll do our best to not give any spoilers. Tip number 1, look with your special eyes. Keep a sharp lookout as you play RiME. There are many visual cues in the world that will help you with your progression through puzzles. When you approach an object, you can tell if it might be interactive as golden butterflies will appear over the object. Gold is a color which represents the path to progression in this game. It tends to direct you to your next objective. Gold can signify the key to a puzzle, while golden objects you can pick up or grab. Typically, this is the way to open a door or opens a new path to follow. The developers use gold in many ways, so be on the lookout. Enu also has an almost Assassin's Creed-like set of climbing skills. The game has a slick way of telling you which areas you can climb or shimmy across by painting their edges in white. Also, if ledges have grass on them, then you can usually pull yourself up to explore higher ground. Sometimes you'll need to climb to find where to go next. Tip number 2, explore while you can. There really is no correct way to take on RiME. Whether you choose to take it head on and speedrun it, or take it slow and revel in the story, the game won't stop you. However, if you choose to explore and learn more about the world that surrounds you, the game welcomes your curiosity and rewards you through a series of collectibles. Something to know, RiME has several points of no return in its levels, so if you miss something, you can't go back and get it without restarting the level. After you beat the game, you'll get a stage select screen in which you can replay the stage from the beginning. The stage select screen indicates how much of the collectibles are left in the level. Be sure to use the visual cues to find those side paths if you're a collectible hunter at heart. If you see a door or an area, you can most likely reach it. You just have to find the way through or around it. Whether that be yelling at a door or finding that cliff to climb. These paths can lead to one of many collectibles or even alternative outfits. Tip number 3, puzzle solving. Puzzles, of course, can be a hassle to deal with at times. Wrapping your head around a solution can be difficult, especially in some situations where there's an enemy literally trying to eat you. Taking a step back and trying to find a visual clue could help you along. Find a gold object or doorframe or search around for ledges to grab. There is always a path to solve the puzzle ahead. Sometimes it just takes a good eye to spot it. Listening is helpful as well. Within the first few minutes of the game, you discover a fox companion who helps guide you. The fox will yip from the direction you need to go and will sit around objects that you need to interact with. The fox will also be your guide for following the correct path. Follow its bark to progress through the game. Tip number 4, happy family. Within one of the first puzzles in the game, you encounter a family of pigs. There is one boar who won't let you pass to access the fox statue you need. The easy way to get past would be to grab a fruit from nearby, then feed the boar to let you pass. However, to get a quick achievement, you want to go and grab the fruit from the lower area. Once you have the fruit, you can round up all the pigs in that area and bring them to the boar. He'll ram you to drop the fruit as well as a nice 25 gamer score. Yay, you reunited his family. Tip number 5, your first toy. Collectible hunting in this game can be quite time consuming, so we here at Tips and Tricks thought we'd help you get started on the hunt for your first toy. From the front of the fox statue at the very beginning of the game, you want to turn around and you'll see a path that follows the cliff to the right. If you follow it around, you'll come to a gap that you can hop across. Once you do, climb the ledge on the other side. Round the corner and you'll see your first toy, the fox. These toys are one of the collectibles that slightly alter certain moments of the end game. Happy collectible hunting! RiME is an amazing puzzle-driven game that is the perfect blend of puzzle and discovery, like the adventure of the game journey and the puzzles of Breath of the Wild. The game is a joy from its gorgeous art style to the beautiful soundtrack. The sense of exploration and adventure keeps the playtime high, and there's always something more to go back and find. Be sure to explore to your heart's content and don't let anything hold you back.
You know, Carlos, it's actually a lot harder to do voiceover than it looks.
Yeah, I was going to tell you that. It's like not super easy.
Yeah.
But you did great.
Oh, thank you.
I wouldn't even mention all the times you messed up during that recording.
We're supposed to tell people that, Carlos.
Oh, I wasn't? Oops. Anyways, now let's switch gears and talk about how to grab some awesome screenshots and clips from your favorite games.
Yeah.
To help us, we've got Tabs here who works on the show. Tabs, get out here.
All right.
Hey.
What's up? We got an
You
audience.
brought your own merchandise.
Of course, and it's blocked by the thing. Yeah, there you go.
As most people know, I love the share feature on systems. And so, Tabs, how would I go about sharing my kills and skills on Xbox One?
Glad you asked, because through the power of tips and tricks, we have an Xbox right here.
Whoa.
That's our line that we usually say that.
Yeah, we usually say that.
Hello, my line too, Ryder.
Oh, yeah, he's the right.
That's right.
Well, not all for everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the coolest things about the Xbox console is the ability to share screenshots. So if you have like a beautiful scenery like as
Like
you see in
RiME?
RiME,
Yeah.
RiME,
Yeah.
gorgeous game.
Beautiful.
If you have beautiful scenery, you can just hit the guide button, and as you can see around top, it says press Y for screenshot. Hit that Y button, and it pops up a little notification at the bottom. If you hold the guide button right then, you can actually go and set it as your background if you want on your Xbox dashboard.
Bam, that's
Yeah.
really easy.
After it
Nice.
finishes uploading as well, you can set it as your club background, and you can upload to your OneDrive, Xbox Live. You can share it on other means right there as well.
So that can be done with any game.
Any game on the Xbox console.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah. So let's say you didn't want to take a photo though. Let's say the last like 30 seconds that you wanted to do of the last 30 seconds of your gameplay.
Yes.
You can hit the guide button and kind of the same means, but this time you want to click X to record that. If you had to connect, you can do Cortana, hey, record that.
He likes Connect.
Yeah, I'm a big Connect fan.
That's a Connect guy.
Yeah.
So from there, as well, if you don't want that 30 seconds, it's set 30 seconds is set as default on your
Yeah.
Xbox
Okay.
console. However, you can go to your settings and go to all settings. And if you go to your preferences section and then over to game DVR and streaming, you can actually go to the record that records. It's set as 30 seconds. You can set it as short as 15 seconds, or you can actually make it up to 5 minutes.
Ah.
That's incredible.
Wow. He says
You
off
don't
camera.
say. I got to stop doing this bit. So sorry. Yeah. So that's actually cool to switch it right there. Instead of 30 seconds, you want to have more gameplay
Yeah.
footage. So that's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, definitely. Honestly, it gives people a lot of extra room if you're creating like a bigger project or something and just need that extra footage there. Kind of make like a time lapse or something. It's actually
Yep.
pretty nice. However, if you do think it's actually too long, you can actually go because it uploads straight to your activity feed. So if you want, you can go straight to your home. head over to your activity feed, and there it is right there.
it shows
Look
up
at that.
there. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It says, look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
Wow.
That's
Did you plan that?
Planned, I think.
Possibly. So from here, your
never
friends
know.
can actually go and like it. They can comment, and you can actually share it on other means, such as your activity feed, message it to a friend. You can put it on your club or even on your Twitter.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And then if you actually do think it is too long, as I was saying previously, you can actually go straight to into your profile and head over to your captures. And then from there, you want to go to Manage Captures, and you'll see the uploaded clip right here on the left. Actually, a little bit lower. Hey, right there. There it is. One of them. So you want to click that, and you can go to Edit. And what this will do, it actually open Upload Studio and import it directly in. Where from there, you can actually trim it up and put it to the length that you actually want it at. And what's really cool about Upload Studio, it has tons of other features as well. Like you can change the type right here, and you can make splash screens, transitions, outros, intros. You can even add stuff with your Connect and make like a kind of green screen like experience on it.
That's from really
That
cool
is-
to connect.
That is really cool.
I actually always see Upload Studio and always wonder about it, and so
Yeah.
it's really cool to kind of like use it right here
Yeah.
with the game stuff.
Yeah, it's a pretty awesome app. It's a nice user face too. It's a lot of fun to use, and you can make some awesome videos for that.
Oh, you can change the effects and everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Neat.
Add some text
Neat.
too. Yeah.
So it's basically an intuitive Xbox video editor built right into the console.
Right into the Xbox One.
Exactly. We'll keep it simple for now and just trim this clip real quick. So say I didn't want that long. Let's just make it 5 seconds. Easy. So move that down to 6. Move actually 7. Hey, I can do math. So, and finish it. And once you finish it, you can upload straight to your activity feed or onto your OneDrive. Even title it right there.
Bam.
Yep.
Nice.
And it's ready to upload.
That is beautiful.
So who can see the video once it's done?
Anybody on the Xbox Live community, it goes straight into your activity feed, and then from there, once again, you can share it to Twitter or even message it to a friend, your club, or upload it to your OneDrive where you can actually edit it further or send it out to any other platform you want.
That's super cool.
So it can be shared on Twitter, but what about YouTube?
YouTube.
Can it be
Actually-
shared to YouTube?
Actually, funny you mentioned, if you actually go and open the YouTube app,
Yeah.
when you open up the YouTube app, you'll of course have the whole YouTube interface and everything. And then from there, if you click left, you can actually go over to your uploads,
There we go.
and you can upload straight to your YouTube channel if you have one. And right there, you have your whole entire game DVR. So let's say I wanted to go and upload this Destiny video. I can click A on that, set a name, set the privacy if I wanted it public, unlisted, private, and then send it straight out to
share it.
Super easy.
My
I
whole
love
community.
it. I love that.
I love it. It's super fast and super quick.
Yeah.
Thank you for showing us that. Although we're not going to see this next part that's on the teleprompter.
Yeah.
It's on the prompter. You have to say it.
But you wrote it. So just so the chat knows, we're not going to say this. It says, Tabs, you're so cool. Thank you for informing us.
Thank you. You're far too kind.
No, I didn't say it. He seriously thinks we're going to read this.
No need for all the compliments. Seriously, I love spreading knowledge. to
What are
those
you
less
doing right
informed.
now? You're not even listening to us.
This is what we get for having a writer on.
I know.
Oh my gosh, I hope
Carlos.
you guys have a wonderful day too.
He
Have a
literally
great show.
is not even listening to
My
what
mug.
I'm
Not
saying.
listening. Not listening.
That's one less person. He's going to be invited to my next party.
Party? You had a party?
Oh, yeah. I didn't tell you last week I was having this party. Like, no one showed up. But then some guy stopped by and told me about Xbox parties. So that was pretty cool.
But wait, you didn't invite me? You didn't invite Tips?
No, I didn't think you wanted to be. Anyways, I invited you during the segment because I found the username, your username.
Yeah.
It's like Edg3 or whatever it is.
Carlos, it's actually Edge. The 3 is an E. It's supposed to be edgy, Carlos.
Well, it sounds like Edg3.
Well, it's not. Wait,
Well, it totally does.
are we having a fight right now?
I think we totally are, and we're also from the 90s.
I think we are. Yeah.
Let's just go to the segment about the party.
Let's do it, brother.
Totally. Oh, this party's pretty lame. I think I'm doing parties wrong. It's pretty lame. I don't know how to do parties, I think. Oh, hello.
Hey, Carlos.
Who are you?
I'm Bill Ridman, software engineer on Xbox Parties.
You work here?
Yeah.
Oh. What is Xbox parties?
Xbox Parties are a private voice chat between you, your friends, or other people you may have met on Xbox Live.
They seem pretty cool. Better than this lame party.
They are.
Why don't you show me?
Sure. First, put on this headset.
Ooh, now I'm at a party.
It's really
do it.
easy. Just press the guide button on the Xbox controller, go to the Parties tab, and hit Start a Party. Is there anyone else you want in your party?
Yeah, we should have Malik.
Sure. So just go to the friends list in the guide
There he is, Mr. Egg3.
and just press the X button, and he'll be invited to your party.
Boom! I heard him headset too. That felt like a party. Hey, what if we just want to do a private party? Just be together and just do a little gaming session solo.
Absolutely. So just go to the Parties tab with your party, go to Party Controls, and hit Make this party invite only.
And then we can do that with at any time we can change it, right?
At any time, you can change it back and forth.
Cool. All right, I'm getting in this party mode. So looking for groups and clubs are cool. I like them. Who doesn't? Can that be connected with this party situation?
Absolutely. Clubs and looking for groups are new features we've recently added to the Xbox. With these features, you can connect to and meet new people that you've never met before and party up with them.
We can amp up the party by adding more people.
Absolutely.
Here's the thing. If I meet a bunch of new people with these parties, which is fun, how am I going to know who I'm talking to? All these strange people.
Yeah, so we've just added this new feature on Xbox called Party Overlay. So a lot of times we've found with looking for group and clubs, you'll be partied up with people who you've just met for the first time, and you don't know whose name corresponds to each voice.
Yeah.
So we've added Party Overlay, and you'll see that whenever someone talks, you can see their voice and a little icon saying that they're speaking. But let's say you don't like where it is, or you don't like how transparent it is. So we've added configuration options, so you can put it anywhere on the screen, and you can make it more or less transparent.
Oh, that's very helpful. Especially with all the action going on the screen.
Absolutely.
That's
you
super
don't
cool.
want to get in the way of your game.
No. Oh, that's so cool. So, okay, this is already getting me in party mode. Can I do other things besides games?
Absolutely. Parties work at any point. So you can be watching TV, you can be watching Netflix, you name it.
Oh, Netflix. I have an idea. We could do Stranger Things parties.
We could.
Yes, we could. For right now, though, why don't we do Gears of War, and we could do a Gears of War party, me and you. You don't have to go back to work, do you?
For you, I can make an exception.
Wow, I feel special. Back to the studio to you guys. We're going to play Gears of War.
Alrighty, it's time for this week's top 5. I don't know why I'm yelling. And this week we'll be looking at some top 5 stats from the Xbox Store.
Let's get it started with the top 5 paid games. Now I'm yelling.
Yeah, it's contagious, Carlos.
know.
All right, number 5 is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
It's right there. See, we
It's
have a
right
list.
there. It's super hardcore game. It's one of those games you have to be really skilled to play.
Oh, I'm so bad at that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
wouldn't-
good at the shooty
I wouldn't
shoots.
do well with that.
Number 4 is Injustice 2, where you do the fighting like we
fighting.
had our 90s fight earlier. That's a
There you go.
screenshot.
Yeah.
Number 3,
Number 3 is Fallout 4.
one of my favorite games of all time. I played maybe 250 hours.
That's a lot. That's like
Do you have a problem, people? I think I do.
yes.
I think so.
Behind the camera says yes.
Number
2 is Overwatch Game of the Year edition.
Number 1 is, no surprise, Friday the 13th, the game. It just came out.
Very spooky game.
Really scary. And I'm
Yeah.
not going to lie, spoiler, a bunch of people die in that game.
Could have guessed that without the spoiler though.
You could have.
Yeah.
It's Friday the 13th.
All right, now here's the list for the most played games. Scott, you need to change
Change the thing
change
with the thing. We have a high-tech show
Yeah,
here.
we got it.
It's a person behind that wall.
Yeah.
Breaking
all
the
right.
fourth wall, sorry.
Yeah, number 5 is Overwatch Origins Edition.
Number 4, Minecraft, because it's on every list. Xbox One
Minecraft
Edition.
is like everywhere.
Everybody plays Minecraft.
Everyone plays it.
And if you don't think you're playing it, you're playing it.
Yeah, there you go. Number 3 is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Call of Duty, of course, big game. Every year it's like a big game.
Don't play the shooty shoots. Number 2, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, I wish I could live in Los Santos. It's like a
What?
Yeah, I know.
That's a weird thing.
It's
to
not a
say.
great city, but yeah,
It is
you
very
know,
dark.
It's a great city though.
I still play that game though.
It's a great game.
this
I
day.
love it.
Number 1 right now, because the playoffs are going on, NBA 2K17.
Not a shocker. This game is even without the playoffs, it's usually in the top 5. Everyone loves this game.
It's so realistic.
Yeah,
It feels like you're really there.
yeah.
All right, let's go to our my favorite segment, free games that are good.
I sense
Top free games.
I sense some sarcasm in your voice.
I mean, well, let's see. Number 5 is Emerald Glazed Bundle for Neverwinter.
Somebody got paid to come up with that title for that game.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, you did shots fired.
Well, I'm just saying. All right, number 4 is Gwent, the Witcher card game. It's in game preview, which is cool. Game preview is awesome because it allows you to actually play the game while it's still in development.
I love it.
Give your feedback to the developer, and it's almost like you're part of the development life cycle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Witcher 3 I played maybe 400 hours of, something crazy. Gwent's a fun card game.
Yeah.
Number 3 is ROBLOX.
It's kind of like
Which I
Minecraft
like saying.
a little bit.
ROBLOX.
No, it's Roblox.
Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock?
I think we're getting further away from the right answer. Let's go to number 2. It's Paladins.
That's like Overwatch,
It's
right?
like Overwatch. It's
Yeah.
like, though, don't tell anybody who plays Overwatch that. 'Cause
Oh,
Overwatch.
it's a
people are-
totally different thing.
yeah.
And number 1 is Crossout, which just
Crossout.
came out. And I think we have a picture of it. If there's a person
I hope we
behind
have
the
a
wall,
I hope we have a picture.
there's a
of it.
picture.
I don't.
It's
yeah.
a game where you drive around like Mad Max style.
Oh, okay. There you
As
go.
I'm telling our studio. And you have really cars that have all the things on them, the
Of
shooty
the
shoots.
wheels and the things. Yeah.
Like Mad Max.
All right, so we're gonna switch gears
That's
now.
it. We're done with our
We're done. We're done with that one.
5.
But we're gonna switch gears now to talk about CoPilot, which is an awesome feature.
This is serious.
It's a really cool feature. So a few weeks ago when we had a test for tips and tricks, a few people saw this segment, but
that's right.
it was so good, in my opinion, that we should bring it back. I'm just kidding, but it's a really awesome feature and
It
it
is
helps
cool.
a lot of people
Yeah.
out. So let's
So
take a
let's
look.
watch that.
Yeah.
CoPilot.
Roll it.
All right, we are here with Nicole Vasir, who is the program manager of the Xbox Accessories app. Thank you for joining us, Nicole.
Thanks for having me.
Happy to have you. All right, so you are a program manager of the Accessories app. What does that mean? What does it entail?
Yeah, so being a program manager for accessories basically means trying to predict what things are going to make the accessories app more useful to users and ultimately create a better experience. And a big piece of that is also collecting and listening to feedback from users and trying to implement those features.
I love that. I love that you mentioned feedback. It's what drives Xbox. And if you would like to submit feedback, you can go to feedback.xbox.com.
Yeah.
It's a little plug for the website, right? Of course. So the CoPilot feature, what is for someone who doesn't know what it is, what is the CoPilot feature?
So the CoPilot feature is actually a really cool thing that we have in Xbox where you can basically have a controller and then connect a second controller and use them as one, basically.
Yeah.
So what that can enable you to do is basically have two people playing almost as one combined user. So you have two controllers that basically operate as one.
That is so cool. That is so cool. So can we show how to get to it from the Xbox dashboard?
Absolutely. So if you press the home button, you can actually go to the guide and go into settings.
Nice.
And then you can either access it through ease of access and then controller, which will take you to this CoPilot setting here.
Self-explanatory, CoPilot.
Yeah. And then down here at the bottom, you can turn on CoPilot. You have to make sure both controllers are connected
Exactly.
first, which they are.
We're connected.
Yeah. And then you can turn on CoPilot.
Oh, and it vibrates. That scared me. That scared me. That was a pretty strong vibration. Awesome.
Yeah.
So, all right, so you're playing Gears. Now, if everything's working, we should be able to go into Gears and share controls, right?
Yes.
Let's check that out.
Yeah, so we can open it up now. And you can see here, I'm controlling it right now.
And I'm going to shoot real quick.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're shooting, but we're
I'm
not.
not doing that.
All right.
Yeah.
There you go. That can,
So-
yeah, that can open up some interesting challenges for a game. Like you can use it as a challenge
Yeah.
for cooperation, right?
Yep, yep.
That's perfect. Let's talk about the inspiration behind the app because
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty cool story. It can be a pretty cool story. What was the inspiration behind it?
So I think the inspiration behind CoPilot in general is just enabling all users, all gamers to really participate. There are a lot of gamers that are differently abled than other people.
Everyday gamers who, you know, sometimes we take for granted, just in general life, some of the things that we have in life, and sometimes other people aren't necessarily able to play it the same way that we are.
Right.
And so, yeah, and so CoPilot allows two controllers to use for one input.
Yeah, so
That's so cool.
you might have a situation where maybe someone can't play a game like this
Yeah.
with both hands on a
hands.
controller.
Sure.
So you could have a situation where, you know, someone has a controller here and
Yeah.
is using parts of their face to control to hit different buttons,
Sure.
and then uses a second controller on their feet. So that with that controller on their feet and the controller here, they can actually play a game.
That's something so amazing because I don't know that, but it just seems as though that's something that may not affect a huge number of gamers, but it's so important to the people who it does affect. So I love that feature.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Working on the team, I'm sure you've seen some unique uses of the feature. Can you talk about a few of those?
Yeah, so one use case that I've heard a lot about is actually parents playing with their children.
Sure.
So, you know, parents, gamers, you know, want to play with their kids, but maybe their kids are pretty young, don't have a long history of gaming, aren't that good at it.
Sure.
So what the parents can do is actually turn on the CoPilot feature, give their child a controller, and then they're able to kind of guide their child while they're playing a game. Even if it's as a learning process, right?
Yeah, that's so cool. I wish I had that when my parents were trying to play video games
Yeah.
because they're just terrible. Once I put my mother and my dad against each other in a game and they were both terrible. So if I was able to take over one controller,
Oh, yeah.
it might have been a cool thing. But
And it works in the opposite way, opposite
Yeah.
direction too, right?
Yeah,
like I
exactly.
could play with my grandmother,
Exactly.
who has definitely never played video games before.
it opens up gaming to more people.
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
that. So if you want to submit feedback for other features for the accessories app, you can go to feedback.xbox.com, and I think that's where we look for new ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Nicole, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And back to you, future Malik and Carlos.
Yeah, it sure is.
So I very much like you doing that video segment for us.
Yeah.
Also, hold on, hold the phone, as they say. Are
Yeah.
you wearing a baseball T-shirt?
Random question, but yes, the answer is yes. Also slightly worried that you're just now noticing this.
I guess I just didn't notice. Are you part of a mixer team or what's going on?
Actually, it is. I am a part of a team. I'm a part of a professional baseball team. I'm a player, baseball player.
You're not a professional baseball player.
Carlos.
That's not possible.
Carlos, yes, I am.
Oh, prove it. What team do you play for?
I play on one team that plays, use the bat to hit the ball.
They all use bats.
Yeah, but no. But it's the one team that plays on the field with the grass.
It all
and the
has.
dirt.
You're lying, and it's weird.
Nothing gets by you, Carlos, does it?
No, it doesn't. Speaking of teams, in studio today, we've got Mixer streamer MK the Worst here to talk to us about teams, Mixer teams. Welcome, MK.
Yeah. Woo!
Hey, what is up,
Hello.
guys? Thank you
Yeah.
for having me.
Thank you for
It's
being
good to
here.
be here.
Absolutely.
This room looks familiar.
Oh, you might have been here before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get started with the first question on everybody's mind, mainly my mind.
Oh.
Where did the worst part of your name come from? The
Oh
worst.
man, I was wondering how long I could work here and get away without getting asked
Not
that
asked
question.
by us.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, tips and tricks where they ask the real
We
questions,
ask
the
the
painful
hard
ones,
hitting
the hard
questions.
ones.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Where is it?
So way back in the day before Mixer existed, like 2012 or so.
That's way back.
That's way back in
way
the
back.
day, and I
Uh,
feel real
mhm.
old. Continue.
Yeah, right. Yeah, don't we all? So I was convinced by a friend to start a YouTube channel and to play Minecraft. It was, in the early days of the Let's Play community,
Sure.
what we called that on YouTube. And I was like, no, I can't play video games and talk at the same time. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
And so I didn't do it for a while. And then finally he wore me down and he was like, you should really start a YouTube channel. So I played a lot of games when I was a kid. I really loved Age of Empires, Civilization, but I took a break for maybe a little over a decade to do other stuff, music and whatnot. And so coming back into it, I had never played a multiplayer game, ever.
Okay.
Wow.
And so I didn't understand the concept of a gamer tag.
Oh.
So I'm sitting there like, all right, fine. If I'm gonna create this YouTube channel, let me think about this. Okay, well, my name's Mary Kate, so let's go with my initials, MK, and
Okay,
then
got that part. That
all
makes
right, all
sense.
right, that's part of it. And then what else? What else? And there was this old comic strip that I used to read at my grandparents' house called Hagar the Horrible, and I was like, all right, how about MK the Horrible? So
Right.
I started down the process of creating that channel. It turned out some random guy in Brazil had already taken the MK the Horrible YouTube
Ugh.
channel.
Everybody has
Man.
every name
Yeah.
nowadays.
Right?
You can't get anything.
Usernames, they're all taken. They're all
Yeah.
just like squatters. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I was like, I don't have time for this. YouTube is never going to be a big part of my life.
Yeah.
And so I just went with MK the Worst.
The worst. That makes sense.
And-
So from the horrible to the worst.
Yeah.
It's
it's
still really
more
bad.
superlative,
Yeah, I think so.
it's way, being the worst is way better than being the horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
In
or
my
the
humble-
horrible list.
Yeah.
horrible
You can still be
opinion.
good even though you're the worst. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you were on YouTube. How did you make the transition
Right.
from YouTubing to streaming?
So I was hanging out on Twitter, and one of my fellow YouTube buds, who was super into Dark Souls, he tweeted out one time that he was live streaming, and I was like, live streaming? What is this? So I clicked on his link, and it took me to the site where he was streaming, and he was playing Dark Souls, and I typed in the chat, was like, hey, and he was like, hey, MK, what's up? And I ended up watching him play for probably 2 or 3 hours, and it was so fun sharing, having that shared experience. It's different from a video, where
Sure.
there's a comment section, and that's kind of it. When you're streaming, you have that connection, that chatter with the chat, and
Like right now,
and
it's happening.
Yeah, it's happening.
doing a live
It's
show.
happening. And I just totally fell in love with that. So I started streaming, and then in June 2014, streaming and YouTube became my full-time job. And then I joined the Mixer team as a partner manager in November of last year.
Cool.
Mixer, always plugging.
Mixer.
Mixer
Plug-in,
team. He's
plug-in.
the baseball
Mhm.
star.
So as
Baseball.
we've been discussing, you've been a huge part in helping build the Mixer community. So you know that we know really well. There's a whole tab dedicated to teams, but not a ton of info on it. So what are teams?
Right, let's get to it. What are teams?
What are teams? Well, teams like baseball teams. It's like group of
Like my baseball
like-minded
team, yeah.
groups
He's not
of
a baseball
like-minded people coming together to have some shared interests, maybe shared interest in games, stuff like that. The first team that I was a part of was a team for a Minecraft server that I played on. So you can join a team based on a server that you're on together, whether that be Minecraft or Ark or
Any game.
yeah, any game that has servers. So you can join based on servers. You can join based on type of streamer you are. Like maybe if you're a cooking streamer,
Oh, cool.
you could have a team for streamers that cook, or different things like that. You can have a team for anything, and it can be a casual group of friends. It can be a game server. It can be something way more formal, like we have a team for any partnered streamer on Mixer.
All right. Yep.
Oh yeah, you can see it right there, Mixer partners.
Ooh,
Mhm.
it's
Wow.
thanks, Scott,
Ta-da!
person behind the.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, high-tech show, you changed it.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah. Oh, you could if you want.
Yeah.
His name's Scott.
Mm-hmm.
What are some benefits for joining a team?
Okay, so let's see. For the viewer, there's the benefit of being able to, if you have a streamer that you like, you can go to their channel and it'll list their teams that they're on there right underneath their stream. And so if you click on one of those, you can maybe go and find similar streamers to them that are potential other people to watch while your favorite streamer's offline.
It's like a visibility thing.
Yeah, it's like for visibility. So what you want to do is make sure if you're thinking about joining a team that you're looking at a team of people who have maybe a similar style to you or similar senses of humor. You want to join for community reasons, for fun reasons.
Yeah.
You know, don't just join a team because you're like, oh, it might help increase my numbers. You know, do it for the fun.
Do it for fun.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
So the way you do it is you go to mixer.com/me/teams, and you can either create a team by spending 5,000 sparks, or that's also where you can manage invitations to teams.
5,000's not bad. That's
not
cheap
bad at
in
all.
Spark
Yeah,
points.
it's cheap in Spark World.
So basically, you just look around, then you can make your own team.
Yep, exactly.
So yeah, I was going to ask you how to join teams. It's
That's
pretty
how.
easy.
Just go to that mixer.com/me/teams. I really
Bam.
hope I'm getting that right.
It's right. Believe me, we had a
So
fact
you can
checker.
be on up to 3 teams unless you're a partnered streamer. Then we add a 4th one because if you're already on 3 teams and you get partnered, we don't want you to get have to drop one of your teams in order to join the Mixer partner
Right,
team.
that makes
So 3 unless you're partnered, and then it's 4.
Then it's
Okay.
4. Nice.
Cool. This is you, Malik.
Yeah, so we know we can create a team with 5,000 sparks, and we know we can manage it. That we can also view the pending invites from there. So if somebody is wants you on your team, right?
Yeah. So you can accept from that one link that we were talking about. You can also choose which one is your primary team. So for example, people who are partnered will very often put the Mixer partners as their primary team, and then you can kind of sort your teams according to which one you're maybe most looped into or most connected to, or just however you want to list them.
I'm loving all this like teams, clubs stuff going on in Xbox. It's very enjoining and like
Community.
welcoming.
Community.
It's what it's all about.
We're
Let's
part of
get
the community.
together.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Questions from chat. Do we have any?
So
Ooh.
first we have a comment. I wanted to call this out by Rue Kizzle.
Oh, we might know that person. I'm not gonna do that movie.
Is he mad at you guys for stealing his?
Well,
No one's
He
mad.
actually has a question.
All right.
All right. Why is This Week in Esports such a phenomenal show and the prize jewel of Channel 1?
Okay, that is not a question or a real comment, and we'll move on to the next
Move
thing.
on.
Moving on. What was the question that was an actual question?
Not going to dignify that
Bryce,
with
you have anything?
response. Yeah, we have one.
Oh, we have one.
Snickerdoodle. Real question about teams. Are teams going to be invite only, or will the ability to request an invite happen one day?
That's an excellent question. So to request an invite currently, you have to contact the owner of the team. And I believe you're able to see from the team page who the owner is there.
Okay.
So reaching out to that person either by dropping by their channel and catching them while they're live, or if you go there, you can go to their channel, maybe check out their Twitter. Actually, here's a tip and trick for you guys.
Ooh, we're getting tipped and tricked.
Like back off into
The
lava.
joiner has become the
The join. No, I don't know.
trick
We're gonna mess that up.
person. Moving on. I would say reaching out on Twitter is one of the best ways to connect with fellow streamers.
Nice.
That's actually good for a lot of things. I think I've met most of the people like in the industry or whatever just by tweeting at them. So that's pretty cool. We have another thing, or is that it?
We have a comment. Style says this is the best feature to help your kids play a game as a parent. I think was that
That was for CoPilot, I think.
That was
for
for
CoPilot.
CoPilot. Well, forget I
Back
said
in
that.
time.
Forget I said that.
Rewind.
That is cool. I think in
But-
general, I love it.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
one more thing.
Well, let's just talk about E3, by the way.
Oh,
E3's
are we all
coming up.
going,
Oh,
right?
we're all going.
We're all
Yeah.
Hey,
going,
I'm
right.
flying down Saturday.
I'm Sunday.
Are you guys
Saturday as
driving?
well.
No.
Driving.
Let's
Wow.
just
trip.
talk. Let's just talk.
Road
and
trip with
never
Malik
mind
and
the show.
Carlos.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you down there. And
Absolutely.
anybody wants to see us, say hi. We'll be at E3.
Yeah.
And thanks again, MK, for stopping by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks
Talking
so
about
much.
teams.
Yeah, it's
By the
great
way,
to
we
be
heard
here.
you stepped in for Kate Yeager last week on the Rival Show. This week on Esports.
Yeah, let's call it Rival Show now.
Yeah.
The rival
'cause
show.
It's funny because that was in the script before.
It was
Yeah, it
before. We
was.
kind of preluded.
Yeah. So how did that go?
Yeah.
Oh, it went great. You know, it was an honor to step in for Kate the Great. She's fantastic,
Yeah.
and I'm going to be stepping in for her again this week, and then she'll
Plug.
be back following.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We'll look
Nice.
for you
This Friday
on
at
this
3
Friday.
p.m.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, be sure to tune in for more tips and tricks next and every week at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific.
We got you doing this thing. I like it.
Yeah.
We'll be right here on mixer.com/channel1. And now this is the part of the show where we dance.
We're
Sit
dancing?
down. Be humble. Sit down.
Is this a thing?
This is not a thing. Be humble. We just
Not a
want to
thing
do that.
now?
It's real dumb.
We tried though.
The show is over,
We tried though.
right? Someone cut the feed.
All right.
Someone. Or we'll just hang
Help,
out.
I need an adult.
What?
All
We're
right.
done. We're
Bye,
out.
guys.
Bye.
See you later.
It's just saying end it in my earpiece.